All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Premier League Next Generation Cup, presented to you by the Reliance Foundation. What an enthralling game awaits us. A clash of the titans, one might say, as ATK Mohun Bagan FC take on Stellenbosch FC. A team that is considered to be, or rather proudly calls itself and proudly is renowned as the National Club of India, will take on the champions of the Next Generation Cup of South Africa, Stellenbosch FC. We're coming in live from the Reliance Corporate Park here in Ghensoli. And what a tournament this has been, divided into two groups. 8 teams playing across 2 groups. We have Stellenbosch, West Ham, ATK Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru in Group A as they clash and battle for the top positions. And Group B, with their games in the afternoon just today, where Wolverhampton Wanderers, they played the Reliance Foundation Young Champs and beat them 2-0. And Sudewa and Everton, who were heading into a goalless game in a very hot afternoon here at the Reliance Corporate Park, did not end goalless, however, as Everton got that last-minute goal and won the game 1-0. Well, as far as the story of Group A is concerned, we have Stellenbosch FC that leads this table, the only team who has bagged a victory against Bengaluru FC, a 1-0 victory, and West Ham United and Mohun Bagan drawing the game, an exceptional match with penalties and last-minute goals and everything that amounts to an entertaining game of football. Speaking about Group B, Wolverhampton Wanderers, if you look at them, they are looking fairly confident, because the way they're winning, they're not winning, they're dominating things over here. 6 is the goal difference as of now in 2 games that are won. Looks like they're already in a qualifying place in this leaderboard. Sudewa Delhi losing their second game today by just a single goal, and that is why the heartbreaking goal difference of -2 and the bottom spot. Everton winning their first game, and Reliance Foundation Young Champs obviously beating Sudewa Delhi. The only reason that Everton is below them is because of the 4-0 thrashing that the Wolverhampton Wanderers handed out to them, or rather dished out to them. The teams have lined up. And it's an honor to join you from the commentary position. My name is Pranav Nambiar, and a cracking game of football awaits. Can't wait to start the action. Can't wait to get going. Well, this is the clash not just for the top spot of the table. This is also a clash to prove which team is better, which team will reign supreme. A team that was established in the 21st century in South Africa, Stellenbosch. A team that upholds culture. Stellenbosch, no strangers to the South African League, the champions from their division. They will be going up against a football club that is not just a household name. It is a name etched in everyone's heart, ATK Mohun Bagan. A club found in the 19th century with over a century of history and culture, as the Mariners walk on in their traditional colors. Maroon hearts everywhere at the Reliance Corporate Park, because the Mariners will be taking on the Marooners, the Stellies, the Stellenbosch FC from South Africa. An enthralling game awaits us, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cultures getting together. The city of Kolkata, the city of football in India, and South Africa. Well, I don't need to tell you the history and the relation between South Africa and football. We go back to the World Cup in 2010. Spain's World Cup is what the Spaniards might call it, but the South African World Cup is what the world calls it. 2 football-loving teams, 2 passion-filled teams. I was watching them warm up. I was watching them getting out of the dressing room. It's an important game ahead. Both the teams need a win to grab the top spot in the table. But let me tell you, They're here to have fun. They're here to play some football. They're here to compete. And they're here to proudly represent a jersey that upholds footballing culture from where they're from. ATK Mohun Bagan and Stellenbosch FC. A Stellenbosch side with all smiles. A highly, highly jubilant squad of Stellenbosch. And the ATK Mohun Bagan side, the Mariners. Joy Mohun Bagan being spammed in the chat everywhere. And go Stellies for Stellenbosch FC. As the team captains exchange the pennants. The skipper of Mohun Bagan today, Sumit Rathi, exchanging the pennants with Kyle Jurgens, a national team player. Kyle Jurgens, he's made his appearances in the South African National League and for the South African youth team. Well, that's the team for ATK Mohun Bagan. Arsh Sheikh, Sumit Rathi, Dipendu Biswas, and Ravi Rana in the back. Arsh, obviously, their goalkeeper. Raj, Abhishek, and Lal Rindliana in the midfield. Kian Nasiri, stellar player Kian Nasiri. I remember him from the semi-finals as well. Ningombam is starting today along with Sohail and Sibajit Singh. Well, here are the South Africans, the Stellenbosch side. Dejan Sheen along in the goalpost. Dejan Sheen was not troubled against Bengaluru on the 17th of May. Shakir Ahmad and Nande Khwawana along with Prince Honor. Shishi, Kyle Jurgens, the skipper. Roy Keane, Awantuk, Zinden Bell, Azola, Antonio van Wyk, the stellar goal scorer, along with Kyle Bailey. Antonio van Wyk getting a memorable goal, not just for himself, but for the entire tournament, in fact. Well, all eyes on the referee. All eyes on the match official, Jamal Muhammad, as he starts a clash that could go down in the history books. ATK Mohun Bagan versus Stellenbosch FC. Two youth sides colliding at this stage of the Premier League Next Generation Cup presented by Reliance Foundation. An effort to celebrate football, an effort to develop football at the grassroots level, and to allow these players to get the exposure of professional footballing action, of Premier League standard, ISL standard, South African Footballing League standard football. Well, if you have a look at the previous games that these teams played, Stellenbosch, they sort of dominated Bengaluru FC. And Bengaluru FC clashed against Stellenbosch. Now, obviously, ATK Mohun Bagan have also faced Bengaluru in the tournament, and they were unable to beat Bengaluru. But they beat them on the scoreline almost. They drew the game. But it was the penalty shootouts that really led to the final result of a defeat for Mohun Bagan. Again, penalty shootouts, probably the cruelest way to judge which side ends up triumphant. Hitting him on Bagan, conceding a throw-in from a dangerous position early on. So Stellenbosch winning against Bengaluru, and ATK Mohun Bagan scoring just that one goal against West Ham United, their Premier League side. And ATK Mohun Bagan, they were delighted to score against West Ham United. ATK Mohun Bagan were delighted to move forward and even block a penalty. There's a penalty that was blocked by the goalkeeper from ATK Mohun Bagan, but Stellenbosch testing that goalkeeper right now, denied by the defense of ATK Mohun Bagan. Evangelos Veios, the coach of Stellenbosch. Well, he has intentions to maintain the lead. And now Mohun Bagan, the Mariners. Again, as I mentioned, centuries of tradition for Mohun Bagan. So many stories attached to this one club, so many feelings. And Stellenbosch with the South African footballing culture. Here's Roy Keane, Avantuk, testing the goalkeeper early on, making him sweat a little. He's taken a lot of shots in the first game against Bengaluru as well. Roy Keane, Avantuk. And Arshek. There's no more to concede there. Suhail Ahmed, the goal scorer from the last game against West Ham United. You can, in fact, even go to the social media pages of Reliance Foundation and revisit the goal of Mohun Bagan's number 7, because after scoring the goal, we saw the Mohun Bagan forward, Suhail Ahmed, celebrate like a certain famous number 7. And this man, Rahul Datta, the coach of Mohun Bagan, cheering them on, was quite happy to see that. Because a goal against West Ham was surely a massive boost of confidence for Mohun Bagan. They conceded later on in the game and the game ended up in a draw. But if Mohun Bagan win today, that draw, it won't really prick them a lot, because they will be tabletop if they win today. Considering that Bengaluru have lost the game, they're playing West Ham United as we speak. And West Ham, they're a point to the good as well. So not only do Mohun Bagan need to win today, they need to win by a better goal margin than West Ham in order to go above them. Because head-to-head, it's a draw. Stellenbosch boys keeping the ball in their possession. Quick passing here and there. And Stellenbosch still keeping possession, not allowing the Mariners to get on. And look at that passing move there. I said in a solid 5 minutes since the game started. Keep passing is the call from the coach. Here's Antonio van Wyk with an ambitious ball forward to Roy Keane. Roy Keane, Avantuk, is trying to get on the ball. Antonio van Wyk, if you remember, one of the best goals I've seen in this season so far. It was in the first game of Stellenbosch. Van Wyk beating 2 defenders and then beating a goalkeeper, a winning goalkeeper, Sharon, who on the same field in the Reliance Development Foundation League, the winning captain of Bengaluru FC. He was completely left stranded in his own box by this boy right here, Antonio van Wyk, who went past him and scored the first goal for Stellenbosch, which was the only goal, because the Stellies after that held on to that lead and saw the game through. And that's probably what they want today as well. And Mohun Bagan, they move forward. A good possession being held over there, but Mohun Bagan gives away possession. Suhail Ahmed trying to press the defender over there. Here's Shishi. Simtandile Shishi. Another sentinel defender. Prince Anor. Back to Prince Anor. Interception by Mohun Bagan. Good job by the fullbacks. Oh, battle for possession over there. The ball goes out of play, and it's a free kick called by the ref. And now Mohun Bagan with Raj sends the ball forward straight to Dejan Ashin. Dejan was not troubled against Bengaluru. We haven't seen him express his skills as much. Bengaluru, if you remember, beat Mohun Bagan in the semi-finals of the Reliance Foundation Development League, and went ahead in that tournament and ended up winning against Sudaiva Delhi. But Mohun Bagan, they played against the Reliance Foundation Young Champs in the same league for the 3rd place. And Mohun Bagan, they ended up as second runner-ups of the Reliance Foundation Development League 2023. The same side of Mohun Bagan that you see on your screen right now. It was a massive victory, a deafening victory for the Mariners. Kyle Jurgens, Shishi, Prince Anor. Prince Anor tiptoeing in the midfield. Gives it back to Simtandile Shishi. Anor and Shishi, they know they're not being pressed, so they're taking their time and they're founding white shirts that are wide open. Now, Roy Keane. Roy Keane Avantuk sends it back. Simtandile Shishi. Here he comes, Simtandile. Good pass, moving around the box and denied there by the skipper, Sumithrati. Simtandile. Quick 1-2 with Nande Howana. Prince Anor. And yes, Kyle Bailey. Kyle Bailey once again. Kyle Jurgens. Jurgens stretches the play out. And Antonio unable to get on the ball. Mohun Bagan, can they keep possession now? That's the real question. Jurgens intercepts in mid-air. Zenden Bell, quick one-touch passing. Roy Keane Avantuk in possession. Prince Anor. Shakir Ahmad moved ahead, but did not get the ball back. Some might call it a dummy run. Kyle Jurgens now in possession, looking for options. And the skipper knows it's been 11 minutes. We haven't seen a goal. Neither have we seen a goal-scoring opportunity. Both the teams with very tight passing. Here's Nande Howana. Kyle Jurgens. Shakir Ahmad. Prince Anor. Simtandile Shishi. Simtandile moving forward. Antonio van Wijk. You need to see him move around with the ball. The way he can dribble past players, he can, but not on this occasion because the Mariners, they're breaking on a counter-attack. But in comes Shakir Ahmad. Now, Roy Keane Avantuk. Can he take a shot? Roy Keane Avantuk with the pass. A shot coming in. It goes wide. Well, a pass to Kyle Bailey. He did not take his time. He just went for the swing and he went for the shot. And it whisked past the far post. Oh, look at that. Good passing inside the box. But that was a little too far off. Prince Anor. Kyle Jurgens. Simtandile Shishi. Anor carrying the ball forward. Kyle Bailey. Who took the shot early on. He went back to his position saying that no problem, I'm going to get more chances like that. Mohun Bagan getting a lion's share of the ball, that is for sure. The Stellies, they're not allowing them possession. And Mohun Bagan finally get a touch on the ball. Prince Anor. Simtandile. Look at the amount of room the Mohun Bagan are allowing them, because they're confident in their back line. They're playing deep. And now Kyle Jurgens in the midfield, combining with Prince. Simtandile. Prince Anor. Jurgens. Once again with a quick one-touch pass from Kyle Bailey. Back to Shishi. Back to Prince. Look at the way they're keeping possession, Stellenbosch. They're wearing Mohun Bagan. Roy Keane. Well, it takes just one moment for Mohun Bagan to pounce the Tigers that they are. But Stellenbosch, they're playing a patient game. They're playing a wise game. And this man, Kyle Jurgens, with South African national team experience, he's prowling forward. Oh, and that's a free kick conceded in a good spot. Azola goes down. And the Mariners, they have a problem. That's just outside the box. And that's a good area for a free kick. A free kick that could either be an attempt on goal or a set piece. And now it's Arsh Anershek who faces Antonio van Wyk. Will he prefer his right foot and go over the wall? Antonio van Wyk straight into the hands of the keeper. Goalkeeping practice for Arshek. Easy as you like. Antonio gets over the wall, but the goalkeeper, he knew what he was doing. Calm and composed, cool as a cucumber. It's a pleasant evening here at the Reliance Corporate Park, Ghantoli. Nande Hovana gives it away to Kyle Bailey, who could 1-2 between Kyle and Antonio, but the ball taken away by Kian Giri. Play still on, says the referee. Good ball forward, shot coming in, and Arshek denies another shot from the Stellies. Well, both the goalkeepers should be tested in this game. That's the caliber it packs. And now Mohun Bagan giving away possession. Kyle Bailey. Prince Anor to Simtandile Shishi. Back to Anor. Ball launched forward. Kyle Jurgens. Kyle Jurgens spots the run of Antonio van Wyk, but so does the defender. Well marked, Antonio van Wyk over there. And now Mohun Bagan brewing up a passing move. Good one-touch passing by Mohun Bagan. The Mariners are looking confident in this attack as they move forward. Do they have options ahead? They did, but Simtandile Shishi had other options. He had to deny it. It's going to be a throw-in. Well, it's a 35-minute half. To remind all our viewers, it's not the traditional 45. So just 15 minutes into the play, and the referee has called for a quick drinks break. And in this drinks break, we can see that the South African coach with Stellenbosch quickly having a word, and Mohun Bagan just refueling. Because what a half this has been for Mohun Bagan. They have been relentlessly defending against a Stellenbosch side that took shots after shots after shots. The goalkeeper, Arsh Sheikh, has been good between the sticks, and he has denied Stellenbosch time and again. All thanks to his positioning, he's made it look easy. Well, Stellenbosch and Mohun Bagan will be happy that they're not playing the 4 o'clock game like they did last time in the 37-degree heat here at the Reliance Corporate Park, Ghantoli. As of now, it's slightly cooler. But the boys from South Africa are used to the heat. The boys from Kolkata are used to the heat. Kyle Jurgens. Nande Hovana. Jurgens again. And now moving forward. Look at how patient these Stellenbosch boys are. But the Mariners allowing them so much room. Throw in. Last 15 minutes left to remember in play. 35 minutes per half. Sumitrati quickly taking the free kick from the back. ATK Mohun Bagan usually quite physical with their play. Not so much today. I remember their first game, their first semi-final this season, this youth team in the Reliance Foundation Development League against Bengaluru. It was a highly physical game. A good passing around. And the South Africans, here they come. Kyle Bailey whips in across, and good denying there. Well denied by the defender. Let's have a look at the replay. Kyle Bailey, so comfortable with the cross. Mohun Bagan allowing them to send in the cross. Slightly risky there by Sumitrati. Big boot coming in. And Zenden Bell appreciating the service from his teammate Kyle Bailey. And now corner kick for Stellenbosch FC. Mohun Bagan all set to face this corner. Ball delivered in, punched out. And here's a kick from a far way out, but a foul by The Mohun Bagan foul committed against Mohun Bagan, pardon. And now Stellenbosch still trying to get the ball somehow. Antonio van Wyk prowling over the ball, but cheeky play there from the Mohun Bagan boys to rotate the ball. But they're not able to create any attacks. Because Stellenbosch, they're very comfortable in their defensive area. This reminds me of the Bengaluru game where the boys from Bengaluru were struggling to get past the midfield because of the kind of passing and man marking that these Stellenbosch boys are used to. Their fitness to cover more space, more ground. Mohun Bagan, key interception. Can they make something out of this? Raj physically keeps the ball with himself. Look at that, a clearance towards his own goalkeeper. So that Prince Anur could get the ball. Prince Anur sends the ball forward, trying to find Antonio van Wyk. Good interception there by Raj. But Van Wyk still receives the ball, thanks to the service from Nande Hovana, who eventually knocks the ball out of play. Look at the frustration on these Mohun Bagan boys. Zenden Bell sends it to Royki Nawantuk. Mariners in possession once again. Abhishek Suryavanshi. A lot of fans excited to see Mohun Bagan play in the Reliance Corporate Park, Ghonsoli. As you can see, fans watching the game with all the intent. That's the support that ATK Mohun Bagan have. No matter where the Mariners play, the support follows. Joy Mohun Bagan follows. A love for football in Kolkata, a phenomenon that no scientist, no analyst can explain. And the boys from Mohun Bagan, far away from the Salt Lake Stadium in Kolkata. But the passion and energy that the Mohun Bagan team displays is always that of a champion side. Stellenbosch, on the other hand, champions of the Next Gen Cup in South Africa. A stellar footballing force in South Africa. Corner kick coming in once again. And this time, Antonio van Wyk gets the corner. Ball going in and deflected away by the captain, but Royki Nawantuk gets a chance and somehow finds his teammate. Has the flag stayed down? It has. Shakir Ahmed gets the first goal for the Stellies. And there is some sort of confusion, but I think it has been confirmed by the match official, Jamal Mohammed. Stellenbosch get their first goal. Shakir Ahmed on the score sheet. That was a corner that was dealt with, but Royki Nawantuk takes a shot and Shakir Ahmed gets the ball midway. And the first thing he does is he looks at the assistant referee, and the assistant referee says, "You're good to go." Stellenbosch are good to go. They're one goal ahead of Mohun Bagan now. 1-0 the scoreline. Almost 8 minutes away from halftime, and Mohun Bagan trail 1-0. And now Royke now one took, still trying to get possession, but Mohun Bagan denying them. Ball sent forward. Well, Azola was the goal scorer. And now Shakir Ahmed is number 21, not number 12. Let's have a look at the goal again by Azola Jakashele. Royke now on to getting that shot. And Azola just getting the ball over there and scoring the goal. Still 1-0. Mohun Bagan. They know they have to come back, so they've sent some maroon shirts forward. And Stellenbosch are rearranging the field here because Mohun Bagan boys have moved forward. They're playing a little aggressive now. Aggressive there by Sumitrati. Simtandile. De Jong. Oh, unable to stop the ball over there, but look at how the Stellenbosch players come to each other's rescue. Heading around the ball comfortably. Mohun Bagan. Mohun Bagan can still come back if they find a way through the Stellenbosch defence. Good defending there once again. Kyle Bailey. I think he got the ball out of the way. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. How did he still keep the ball in? No, he did not. I thought he kept the ball in. Azola over there, the goal scorer. Mohun Bagan taking the ball behind, and if you look at the approach now, Stellenbosch have significantly reduced the press because they have that one goal. This is what they did against Bengaluru. They scored the goal, I think, in the first 13 or 12 minutes of the game. Well, they were sitting back, but looks like they still want to get a goal, getting the ball in the defensive area of Mohun Bagan, but they sent it back. As I was saying, Stellenbosch got that one goal against Bengaluru and they sat back on that lead. They held that lead. They played extremely defensive after getting that one goal. Suhail Ahmed, he has been intercepted. Look at how effortlessly these Stellenbosch players are passing the ball around. They're not keeping it for a long time. They get the ball, they find someone else. Rather, someone else moves into the right position. So the players off the ball are constantly moving around to get the ball. And Prince Anwar and his partner Simtandile Shishi, they have been really good at the back. Good interception by Kyle Bailey. Kyle Jurgens. Oh, here's a chance once again. He's trying to find some room. Oh, wow, he has dumbfounded 3 defenders and he goes for the shot. But Arshik has denied Azola. He's already on the score sheet. He's already, look at this one chop. 3 defenders sent the wrong way. And a shot that if it weren't for Harsh, if it weren't for Arshik, it would have been 2-0. A spectacular stop by the ATK Mohun Bagan goalkeeper. But they're still moving forward, threateningly, menacingly. The Stellenbosch side, they're a delight to watch. Kyle Jurgens. And now, Mohun Bagan. Mohun Bagan still looking for some more possession. They're not enjoying the possession. They're not getting a lot of the ball. And their star players, they need the service. But these Stellies, they're creating this sort of a gridlock, this lockdown. Mohun Bagan moving forward. But Kyle Jurgens gets hold of the ball. And Simdan Dile Shishi has it with him now. Here's Jurgens, the skipper of Stellenbosch. Does he have options ahead? Or will he look behind? He looks behind and finds Prince Anur. Simdan Dile. 2 minutes of added time then. And added time won't really matter for the Stellenbosch side. They've been playing like this since the beginning of the game. Calm, composed, cool. No hurry, no rush. Just taking their shots when they get them. A good attempt to the ball, but Ravi Rana saw it coming. And now they move forward. Here's Sibajit Singh. Shakir Ahmed passes it to Kyle Bailey. Kyle Jurgens, Antonio van Wijk. Good one-touch pass football, and Antonio van Wijk. He was running to receive the second pass. And referee just a couple of minutes away from calling off the first half. Still 1-0 over here, still 35 minutes of football left for ATK Mohun Bagan to make a comeback and for Stellenbosch to probably extend their lead or defend this existing lead and bag another game with just a 1-goal lead. And the Indian boys communicating loudly, asking more men to come forward because not too many Stellenbosch players ahead. A counter-attack over here would be costly. And Antonio van Wijk spurning a counter-attack. Nande Hovana, he wasn't anticipating the ball. Oh, and a foul there, and the referee calling out the push on Nande Hovana. A strong fullback goes down. Oh yeah, that's a stamp on the foot. Ouch, ouch. Aggressive there by Lal Rindliana. No cards. All thanks to a lenient decision by Jamal Mohammed, the match official. Stellenbosch passing the ball around, and Mohun Bagan players not pressing them because you can't take the ball back under such circumstances. Antonio van Wijk. Van Wijk. Antonio van Wijk, look at him go. He's been brought down and the referee gives them a free kick. Good sportsman spirit there by the ATK Mohun Bagan boys. Helping Azola back up. But Antonio van Wijk, he reminds me of every speedster in the game, trying to get past his defense. And another free kick which Van Wijk will be taking. Rolled back to Kyle Jurgens. That's the whistle for half-time. 1-0 the score. Stellenbosch FC lead this time. Once again, going back to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. And Stellenbosch looking confident. Another half passes by where their goalkeeper, Dijon, has not been bothered at all by the opponent team. This looks like a repeat telecast of the game against Bengaluru FC that Stellenbosch played. Roy Keane appreciating Azola Yakashile, the goal scorer. What a game this has been, as both the teams came in with the expectation to have fun, with the expectation to enjoy their football. They were enjoying the warm-up surely, but the minute the first whistle was blown, they knew it was competition, and competitive it has been. Relentless attacks from the South African side. ATK Mohun Bagan have been on the receiving end of some heavy attacks for the 35 minutes throughout the half and the 2 minutes of stoppage time, and Roy Keane took with the shot that mattered, which was collected by Azola and finished by Azola. What a goal that was, straight to the top of the net. Azola looked at the assistant referee, saw that he was onside, and he was happy to see that. And look at this, Azola once again completely dumbfounding the Mohun Bagan defense. And Stellenbosch FC, they're on their way definitely to a confident second half. Would it be a glorious second half? Only time can tell, because ATK Mohun Bagan will be coming back with the fire to make a comeback, and Stellenbosch will be coming back with a fire to hold their ground at the Next Generation Cup, the Premier League Next Generation Cup, presented by Reliance Foundation. Well, we are right back into the action here at the Premier League Next Generation Cup presented by the Reliance Foundation. Well, the story of the first half was quite simple. Stellenbosch shared a lion share of possession, or rather possessed a lion share of possession throughout the game. And ATK Mohun Bagan, they were struggling to get the ball. However, things can change here. Mohun Bagan, a club with fierce fighting spirit. They're bound to bounce back. Quick throw in by Mohun Bagan. Ravi Rana with another throw. Mohun Bagan still trying to get the ball in a comfort level, because every time they get the ball, they're being pressed by these Stellenbosch players. And now the Stellenbosch players have moved deeper into their half as compared to the first half, where they were completely populating the Mohun Bagan side. Dipendu Biswas. Biswas. And Arshik. Arshik is a stellar talent, obviously, for ATK Mohun Bagan. He's probably the reason the score is not 3-0 right now, because he made some critical saves. Mohun Bagan on the other end. They haven't really disturbed the goalkeeper of Stellenbosch, De Jong. Here come Mohun Bagan. This is looking promising for the Mariners. It has been denied once again by Stellenbosch. And are they out on the break? They are. What a pass this is, and a fine interception there by Dipendu Biswas. That pass could have split up the entire defense. It did split up the entire midfield for Mohun Bagan. And now Kyle Jurgens moving forward. This one-touch passing, a little too ambitious. A lot of flair behind that one-touch pass. Shakir Ahmad getting hold of the ball now. This is Prince Anwar. Simtandile Shishi. Kyle Jurgens. Anwar. A good ball in and intercepted once again by the same Dipendu Biswas, who intercepted a pass from Kyle Jurgens through the midfield. Zenden Bell sends in a ball straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Here's the skipper, Sumit Rathi. Stellenbosch always predicting, or rather anticipating, the next pass of Mohun Bagan. And they already press the receiver of the pass. So whenever the person is about to receive the ball, there is already too much pressure on him. Like in this case. If you see, Roy Keane, he wasn't pressed. He's being pressed after he receives the ball. He takes the shot. He misses, obviously, as he was in a flatter angle without any support in the box. Look at that. Now, Ravi Rana is putting so much pressure on Roy Keane, but Roy Keane, Avantuk, so strong on the ball. Good ball forward. Kian Giri. Kyle Jurgens get the ball. And Sibajit Singh trying to get the ball from behind. Suhail Ahmad. Foul, and Suhail Ahmad is erupting in anger. Was that a foul? Oh, he slipped over there a little by himself, but Suhail Ahmad holding onto his torso. That's always a recipe for a player going down a little too easily. Maybe there wasn't a lot, but because it was from behind, that's probably the reason why Jalal Muhammad blew the whistle. Now Kylie Jurgens. Jurgens. Comfortably, the Stellenbosch boys rolling the ball around nicely. Finding a critical pass here or there. Just to remind Mohun Bagan that it's not going to be an easy task. The 20 odd minutes ahead of them. Oh, bad tackle. That could get a yellow card. That probably could get a yellow card, but the referee keeps his cards in the pocket. Because there wasn't a lot of malicious intent over there by Lal Rinliana. Simtan Shishi is a big guy. Kylie Jurgens. One 0, and the Stellenbosch coach is telling his players exactly what to do to hold this lead. Ravi Rana. Jamal Mohammed having a quick word with Roy Keane Awantuk. And Roy Keane respecting the referee. The elements that we want these youngsters to learn. Good interception there by Antonio van Wijk. But Mohun Bagan, they're looking a little dangerous. The pass over there wasn't up to the mark. But Mohun Bagan surely looking better in the second half. They haven't created any opportunities, but at least they're getting some possession with the ball. And more they move around with the ball, the more confident they get. And it all boils down to that one pass or that one finish. Stellenbosch, maybe sitting on this one goal lead, could prove dangerous. An attempt from a far way out by Abhishek Suryavanshi. Just going for it from a distance, you never know. It's like a lottery ticket. Kylie Jurgens. Well, this is Nande Hovana who plays it back to Jurgens. Jurgens launches the ball forward, looking for Roy Keane. Handball. And he's not happy over there. The goal scorer, Azola. How was it handball there? Sumitrati. Yeah, straight on the hand. No arguments over there. Abhishek Suryavanshi, given a lot of room to play around. So he sends it to Dipendu Biswas. Oh, Mohun Bagan give away possession again. Sumitrati. Well, the Mohun Bagan side have been struggling a little to create aggressive play, because these interceptions from Stellenbosch are proving to be quite extraordinary. But Mohun Bagan, this could be a chance for Mohun Bagan. And again, they're trying to get Suhail Ahmad on the ball. But it's just not working. Substitution coming in for Mohun Bagan. Brijesh Giri makes his way in. And out comes Sibajit Singh. Let's have a look at the replay. Over here, Mohun Bagan. Almost. But if you see Nande Hovana putting his body in the way. Antonio van Wijk. Antonio van Wijk dribbling confidently. Kyle Jurgens. Kyle Bailey. Ball in. Roy Keane, Awantuk was the target. But good interception by Mohun Bagan. Have they won the corner? They haven't. And Roy Keane Awantuk, he was a little late to the party. And the ball just goes begging. Good ball in. Look at the amount of pressure by these Stellenbosch players. Not one, but two players, two Stellies charging the goalkeeper. Too much pressure on the Mohun Bagan boys. But can this turn into a counter-attack? No. Tackle from behind and he's shocked. Azola Yakashile is shocked. I think he got the ball. Suryavanshi just giving away the ball a little too easily. Maybe the tackle from behind, that's always a controversial area to sort of commit your tackle from. This is Suryavanshi. Suryavanshi sends the ball forward and Dejan Sheen. His gloves are as neat can be. A good body feint there by Nande Khovana. Mohun Bagan back in possession. Stellies not letting Mohun Bagan make a play in their half. Raj. Abhishek Suryavanshi. Here come Mohun Bagan. A good interception by the Stellies, but they can't capitalize. The captain's band coming off of Sumitrati's hand. Dangling around. It's a throw in for Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch have been quite comfortable with the ball, the way they pass it around. And again, oh, this is a poor pass, but somehow, just when you thought disaster struck, Prince Anur was there. Mohun Bagan, that's all they need. And that is football. You can be as comfortable as you want on the ball. All it takes is one little mistake for disaster to strike. And look at this passing move here. Antonio van Wijk, he had good control on the ball. But he has been dispossessed because his pass was intercepted. His pass was well read. And now Roy Keane Awantuk. Kyle Jurgens. Kyle Bailey. He can find Jurgens again. But he finds Azola instead. Sorry, Zenden Bell. Antonio van Wijk. Van Wijk with a good pass to Roy Keane. Awantuk. Roy Keane. Deflected away. And Roy Keane, even in the Bengaluru game, has taken a fair amount of shots. He came close, but he never got glory. Zenden Bell gives it to his skipper, Kyle Jurgens. Zenden Bell. Bell getting on the ball. It's a free kick for the Stellies. It's a bad collision over there. Nothing too malicious. But look at the Mohun Bagan boys. They're starting to get a little physical. Yep, blocking his path intentionally with his back over there. Lalrin Liana. ATK Mohun Bagan's coach just making sure that the Mohun Bagan side does not concede here. Jurgens with the set piece. Jurgens with the delivery. And the Mohun Bagan boys fended off. Kyle Bailey, so swift to get back on the ball. And Jurgens somehow gets it back after the free kick. He sends in another delivery looking for Roy Keane, but Roy Keane was far away from it. Jurgens. Prince Anur. Roy Keane is still moving around, lurking around the Mohun Bagan boss. He knows to enter that box. He needs that critical pass, or maybe just a moment of brilliance where he can dribble past one or two maroon shirts. Shakir Ahmed. Kyle Jurgens. Prince Anur passing the ball around nicely. Stellenbosch still looking so comfortable on the field. Ravi Rana still after some one-touch passing and quickly gets the ball. And probably now Mohun Bagan gets a free kick from a good position for a set piece. Lots of instructions coming in from the Mohun Bagan bench. Friends and family alike gathered to watch the game. A quick water break. Substitution coming in for Stellenbosch. In goes Ethan Felix. And in goes Jalen Trent. And the goal scorer, Azola Jakalashe, is on his way out. Well, Antonio van Wyk, he delivers that corner. It was cleared away, but Roy Keane now took had other ideas. He gets himself on the score sheet by sending in that assist to Azola Jakalashe. He's been subbed out after completing his services. He was completely onside over here. If you see, Raj Basfore, number 28 of Mohun Bagan, is the reason probably why he was onside. Ethan Felix substitutes Zenden Bell, another midfielder for Stellenbosch, who was in good form today. And Felix will be coming in with some expectations. Mohun Bagan still have the free kick. Can Mohun Bagan pull off a rabbit out of their hat? Just a two-man wall to block this set piece. Lots of boys from Mohun Bagan inside the box, and one of them, in fact, the skipper Sumit Rathi, tried to get on to a good dangerous cross. Oh, a little too high over there. First real chance for Mohun Bagan. And they get a corner nonetheless. Mohun Bagan are finally started to knock on the Stellenbosch door. Bad corner. And Antonio van Wyk will try to keep it in, but no man is that fast. Another free kick. It's a free kick from the same region, the exact same region. It's like Mohun Bagan, they have a second chance. It's the exact same region. Can they do something more this time? Because the last time was the closest they came to scoring in this game. Here's the free kick and the set piece denied once again. And now Antonio van Wyk gets hold of the ball, sends it to Roy Keane, and Roy Keane was offside. Mohun Bagan takes the free kick quickly, but the referee says nothing doing from that spot. Have to take it a little behind. A lot of time left on the clock. But it's enough for just one goal. Roy Keane Awantuk has other options and Awantuk gets it. Roy Keane Awantuk finally came out of nowhere and Stellenbosch solidify their lead. Stellenbosch calling into this game as Awantuk chips the keeper with all the confidence. And look at the celebration. What a moment. He has been trying over and over again to get that goal. And Roy Keane Awantuk. That was a great ball there for Roy Keane. He just had to chip it. And the goalkeeper from Mohun Bagan, Arshek, committing. And finally, Roy Keane on the score sheet, not as an assist provider, but as a goal scorer. Man of the match performance from him today. (2-0) and Stellenbosch have announced the result of this game, unless they want to add more goals. Mohun Bagan will need some magic to make a comeback here. Not just physical magic, it's mental magic first. To mentally make a comeback in a game like this is what truly decides your mettle in the sport. It was a difficult fixture ever since they stepped out of the dressing rooms. Mohun Bagan have given it their all and they continue to fight. Here's a chance for an equalizer. Can Mohun Bagan do it? No. Suhail Ahmed goes down in the box, rolling, and the referee says, get back up. But before the referee could even speak, Stellenbosch, they start a counter-attack. Antonio van Wyk in a dangerous area. He has assistance as well. Here comes the cross. It has been denied. And Nande Hovana lets it go for a corner. Antonio van Wyk making his way to take the corner. Can the Stellies get another goal? Can they make it 3-0? Can we see some more celebrations around the corner flag? Antonio van Wyk, the goal scorer from the game against Bengaluru. He's lining up for the corner. He's got white shirts waiting for him inside the box. Floated in, Straight into the hands of the keeper. High goal kick, which has been intercepted by Stellenbosch. Prince Anur taking a long first touches, but he has found Antonio van Wijk. Now Van Wijk. Oh, look at him. He's not letting him. He's not letting Mohun Bagan touch the ball, Antonio van Wijk, and he's frustrating them. He's toying with their mind. He's just pulling it back, rolling it back, just being so elastic with the control over there. And now Nande Chovana. Ethan Felix. Prince Anur. The Jean Asheen. Mohun Bagan, they know now it's a matter of goal difference. But on the other field, last I checked, West Ham was leading by 1 goal against Bengaluru. The score was 1-0. Well, for the spectators, obviously it's an entertaining game of football. For the players, they want to win the game. They want to take the trophy home. They want to take the Next Generation Cup home. But for these youngsters and for footballers and footballing fans across the country, the bigger picture is the development of football here at the Next Gen Cup. And the substitution to allow Andreas some time on the field. And out comes Antonio van Wijk. We didn't see any extraordinary magic from him like we did in the Bengaluru game. But Antonio van Wijk, every time he got the ball, we were excited to see him. You're always up on your feet because you never know what he can do with that ball control. Punched away, and Jean Asheen getting his gloves dirty for the first time. He was having a good time between the sticks and forced to punch the ball away. Header coming in, well timed. Mohun Bagan with the corner. Mohun Bagan with the header. Handball is the shout. It's a huge shout as they crowd the referee, the Mariners. Oh, the Mohun Bagan boys cannot believe it. The entire team appealed for handball in unison, and the replay will allow us to see it. Nope. It's too high up on the arm. And you know if it's the penalty box, the decisions for handballs get stricter. Maybe it would have been, if it would have been under the bicep, maybe then. Oh, that's a hefty tackle coming in from behind. Yellow card for the skipper. That was unnecessary. Where did that come from? They're already 2-0 up. No need to get booked and find yourself in the referee's... no need to find yourself on the referee's naughty list. Kyle Jurgens, the skipper. He's been so calm and composed till now. I don't know what has gotten into him. Maybe just a sudden burst of aggression. But Mohun Bagan, here they come. Mohun Bagan have scored a late equalizer against Bengaluru FC when they were down by 1-0. Is this a team that plays better under pressure? Another yellow card coming in. And Prince Anur arguing over there with the referee. Yeah, tackle coming in from behind. That's a bad tackle by Prince Anur. Maybe the Stellenbosch players are making matters a little heated. They're leading 2-0. They have this game in the bag. no real reason for them to be so aggressive. You can see some tussle between the players. Some words being exchanged as well. It's getting a little dramatic because not a lot of time left for Mohun Bagan to equalize. They need to make something out of this. They need to convert this set piece to stay in the game. This is an important set piece. Lal Riana and Abhishek Suryavanshi. Pardon. It's Lal Riana who will go for it. Lal Riana goes for it. What a save by De Jong. Oh, wow. He makes it look like it's from the training ground. Lal Riana took the shot as if there was a bullseye in the top corner. And De Jong, look at that. The man flew. Well, De Jong Ashin, throughout the tournament, against the in the match against Bengaluru, we didn't really see his heroics because they weren't required. His services weren't really required. He wasn't summoned as much. But this game against Mohun Bagan, he hasn't been troubled as much either. De Jong Ashin. A good free kick by Mohun Bagan, good set piece. But what a save. And it's not just saving, it's also keeping the ball with yourself. Suhail Ahmed, poor touch on the ball and is unable to keep it with him. We know he's a talented player, but he is struggling to keep the ball with himself. The ball has gone out of play. It's a throw in. Substitution coming in for the Stellies. Tylon will get the well-deserved rest. What a performance by Kyle Bailey. Well, Stellenbosch FC, they have already faced 2 out of the 3 opponents that they have in this group. West Ham United will be the last team that they will be facing. The side from London. Oh, Mohun Bagan finally with some space ahead of them and with the ball comfortably in their grasp. Will they be able to keep it? No. Young footballing fans gathering to watch Mohun Bagan, enjoying the Mariners. Oh, good way to steal the ball over there, and a good area to steal the ball, but De Jong. Oh, finally, it looks like De Jong's part of the game because he's being tested. Mohun Bagan knocking on the door, but are they knocking on the door a little too late? That's a good shot there coming in from Lal Riana. Cleared away. Prince Anur. De Jong Ashin. A good way to control the ball. This is looking good. Roy Keane now and took now. Good passing once again, but the final finish wasn't up to the mark. Arshek stops the move, but Nande Hovana, look at him go. Look at that passing. Keep your eyes locked on him. It's just the final finish. Maybe one touch and then taking the shot could have helped him add a little more venom to it. But we're just seconds away from the regulation time here coming to an end. It's 35 minutes a half. 70 minutes of football is up. And stoppage time will be added any time now. Prince Anwar. Stoppage time yet to be added on. All eyes on the assistant referee, all eyes on the match official Jamal Mohammed. Khande Hovana had the last chance. Has an injury on the field. And it has been a good game for Stellenbosch. Nande Hovana, if he probably made his way to the box like that, combining with Roy Keane, he could have just taken that extra touch. But Evangelos Veyos has dreamed his boys well. Let's have a look at that second goal by Roy Keane. That was a lovely ball coming in from the back, and Roy Keane just lobbing the ball over the goalkeeper. Maybe Arsh left his mark, left his place a little too early, and Stellenbosch happy to celebrate. They'll be able to qualify after this victory. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Ethan Felix. Well, moving forward. Stelly is keeping possession still. Kyle Jurgens brought down, but the ball was first priority. Tackle from behind, and Stellenbosch, they're getting a little too physical. Is a card coming out, or is a spray coming out? I think it's a spray. Good way to get the ball, but the way he lost the ball was definitely a foul by Ethan Felix. Abhishek Suryavanshi stands over the ball. And Lalrin Liana is made his way to the ball as well. They'll be looking for a set piece again, perhaps. But the genre sheen is all set. Mohun Bagan boys crowding the right side. And Suryavanshi, he's the only one. Sudeva Delhi's coach in the crowd over there. Chencho Darji. Watching the game after his boys lost against their European counterparts. Here's Suryavanshi with a good ball in and just finding it a little too high for Suhail Ahmed. Another set piece goes begging. Mohun Bagan had these options. Suhail Ahmed getting high, but the ball was a little too high, a little too much. Headed forward. And now Mohun Bagan are looking for that goal to help their goal difference. But they still have 1 point to their name. Wolverhampton Wanderers, if they win against Bengaluru on the other field here, game where simultaneously the game is going on, a match where West Ham United are already in the lead. If West Ham win that game, they will go above Mohun Bagan. Bengaluru and Mohun Bagan will then be third and fourth respectively in this group. Stellenbosch are definitely on their way to claiming the tabletop spot. Kyle Jurgens, whoa! Look at that movement in the tight space. Mohun Bagan, they don't know what's happening. Prince Anor. Kyle Jurgens with the interception again. He has a yellow card to his name today, but he's been so influential. Jurgens, the skipper. A captain's performance indeed. Jalen Trent now. Roy Keane, Awantuk. Gets in the way. Ethan Felix. Simtandile Shishi. Mohun Bagan somehow intercepting and getting the ball, but Roy Keane Awantuk kicking it away. Mohun Bagan quickly restarting the game. Another collision over there. And counter-attack maybe. Mohun Bagan had other ideas. Stellenbosch on the move again. Is that the final whistle? It is. Stellenbosch. They're celebrating. They're happy. And this man right here, Roy Keane Awantuk, he has been phenomenal. Stellenbosch will win and they will probably qualify. 2 wins. 2 out of 2 for Stellenbosch. They found Bengaluru fighting against them. They beat Bengaluru. They see ATK Mohun Bagan lining up against them. They beat ATK Mohun Bagan. West Ham United is next. The Hammers are next. Will Stellenbosch